Detroit has become the kind of place where a training video gets more hype than a blockbuster trailer, and for good reason. When certain names hit the field, fans drop everything. But with success comes an invisible weight pressure, doubt, and decisions that could change the course of the season. And that's not all. A behind-the-scenes move is stirring buzz and could become a secret weapon at the most critical point in the season. If you're into Lions content, smash that like button, we're just getting started. The Detroit Lions are in a phase even the most optimistic fans couldn't have dreamed of. 15 wins in 2024, 12 in 2023. They've officially joined the NFL elite. For the first time, the people of Detroit can say they have a team that commands respect. But with that comes a new challenge, expectations, pressure, the demand to go even further and prove this success isn't just a fluke. And that's where things get interesting. Last year's postseason was honestly a disaster. The defense collapsed, the offense vanished, and the Commanders took full advantage, kicking the door down and sending the Lions home way too early. Since then, the team's been trying to pick up the pieces and get healthy, and no one is more crucial in that equation than Aiden Hutchinson. Before the leg injury, he was playing at a Defensive Player of the Year level. Now every training video of his is treated like a superhero movie trailer, but even with a healthy Hutchinson, the rest of the defensive line is one big question mark. Aleem McNeil is recovering from a serious knee injury. Za'Arius Smith is gone. Marcus Davenport barely played in 2024. And the remaining names guys like Josh Paschal or rookie Ahmed Hassanein are more of a let's see what happens kind of deal than guaranteed solutions. That's where the buzz begins. The Lions need help with the pass rush, and one name starting to make the rounds is Bengals star Trey Hendrickson, who's looking for a trade. Sounds tempting, right? An elite pass rusher, ready to make an immediate impact. But hold on, that move goes completely against the blueprint Detroit has been following to become a competitive team. Bringing in Hendrickson would mean giving up draft picks and taking on a massive contract. We're talking $35 to $40 million a year. That throws everything out of balance. Cap space, long-term planning, and the culture Dan Campbell and company have been building, which values players who are already in the building, like Goff, Amon-Ra, Sewell, and the recently re-signed crew. Trading away valuable picks for an expensive outsider would be a desperate move, and Detroit doesn't need to act out of desperation. It makes way more sense to call up a veteran like Jadeveon Clowney, Von Miller, or even bring back Za'Darius Smith himself. It's cheaper, less risky, and keeps the project sustainable. Bottom line, the Lions got here by trusting their own process. Now's not the time to veer off course just because of a shiny object in the window. Do you think the Lions should mess with what's been working so well? Drop a comment below, and hold on, because the next topic could shake up the entire NFL. Check this out, a behind-the-scenes move by the Lions could become a major ace up their sleeve in the final stretch of the season. Detroit is trying to clear extra roster space with a proposal that could shake up how NFL rosters are managed. And it all started with a nightmare. Nobody wants injuries. Last season, the Lions were hit with an injury tsunami. Players were heading to IR like people lining up at the grocery store before a holiday. That pushed the franchise dangerously close to the 90-player limit, a number most people think only applies during training camp, but actually sticks around all season long. The problem, even with 53 guys on the active roster, once you add practice squad players, injured players, suspended players, and those out for non-football related reasons, that 90-man cap still applies. Cross it, you've got a problem. That's when the Lions, showing the kind of long-term thinking they've become known for, rolled up their sleeves and proposed increasing that magic number from 90 to 95. That would give teams more breathing room when injuries hit, especially late in the season, when the playoff race tightens, and every extra body could be the difference between playing in January or watching from the couch. Rick McKay, Falcons exec and key member of the competition committee, confirmed that the number discussed was 95, but with an interesting twist. It wouldn't apply during camp, but would kick in after the trade deadline. Basically, a contingency plan for when the roster starts falling apart and you need to patch things together without sacrificing quality. The idea is still in the works. It was brought up in the April meetings and is expected to be decided this May. If it goes through, the Lions and any other smart team get one more weapon to handle the brutal physical toll of the NFL. And as a bonus, some players who normally wouldn't get a shot might find themselves contributing in the playoffs, earning a role, and maybe maybe even securing a future contract. So get this, if the proposal passes, the Lions could have up to 5 extra roster spots to use however they want at the end of the season. That's not just strategy, that's vision. Detroit reached the top by doing things the right way. Now it's time to stay focused and avoid the temptation of shortcuts. And if the NFL signs off on this new idea, the game might truly change. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next chapters.